Hey guys, what's going on? Today we are going to be taking a look at Six Flags Over Georgia and doing a tier list of all the thrill rides there. So yeah, this is my home park. So I'm pretty familiar with all these rides. So yeah, let's just dive right in. We got a pretty good lineup at the Six Flags. I'd say it's above average for the Six Flags parks. So yeah, plenty of us for us to dig into. Right. So I guess we'll just go in order here that it's already listed in. I just found this on the tier maker website. Just a quick Google search. So yeah, play along at home. Compare. Let me know how you ranked in the comments. And while we're at it, while you're down there, just go ahead and like and subscribe. It makes a especially huge difference for someone new to YouTube like me. So yeah. Here we go. Let's take acrophobia. I don't know if it's horrible, but we'll put it in bad for now. This is not a great ride. It's sort of just a novelty. It's a drop tower, right? And it's not a special drop tower either. It's not breaking any records or anything like that. It's just a drop tower. I'd say it's what two? I don't know the exact how tall it is. It's over 200 feet. I'm pretty sure. But yeah. You do it once and you're kind of done with it. Plus, it's got those. I don't know if it still does, but it has those ugly got to be glued hats all over it, and it's just horrible theming, very novel. I guess not novel. It's kind of a one and done sort of thing. So yeah, we'll put it in bad for now. We'll see how that shakes out. Blue Hawk. Obviously, back when this was Ninja, I think I would have put in horrible. It was probably one of the worst roller coasters in the country. Obviously not the worst, but definitely one of the worst at the Six Flags chains. It was not a good ride. It's better now. It still has the ability to give me a headache, especially if it's later on in the day and I'm already sort of ridden a bunch of roller coasters. Yeah, I'll put in mediocre for now. Yeah, and just so y'all know, this is comparative to the other rides at the park. So, it's not. So if something goes in mediocre, that doesn't mean I think it's a mediocre ride. It's just mediocre compared to everything else that's in the park, right? Yeah. Batman the ride. Look, I've ridden very few of the Batman clones. This is the best one I have ridden. And general consensus is this is the best one, the one at Over Georgia. I am gonna put it in elite. Great ride. It you know, it's the only ride I think at Six Flags that actually could make me feel sick. Not in the way that Blue Hawk might, for banging my head around, but just actually nauseous because it is so intense and it puts some stress on your body, which I love. But I remember there's been a few times where I do the brake run and we're waiting to go in the station and I'm just oh, I might puke here. So yeah, Batman's elite, great, lots of forces on the body. You all know, you've probably ridden one. Daredevil dive. Um, I'm not the biggest fan of this ride. It's good. Um, there's not really anything wrong with it. I just don't think it's very intense at all. You just kind of glide through the layout. It's a decent layout, super smooth, glass smooth. If you know anything about this ride, you'll know it's super quiet. You can't even hear it running when you're standing right next to it, and it's glass smooth. Usually, if there's even a 10-minute wait, I don't think it's worth the ride. But if there's no wait to walk on, yeah, I'll give it a try when I walk by it on the way to Batman in Gotham City. Yeah, so I'll put it in mediocre here. I'll put it above Blue Hawk. For now. Anyways, moving on. The Lanago Mine Train. I have a soft spot for it. Um, I love the theming of it. Obviously, there's not much to the theming. It's a mine train, like any other. But I do like the name of Delanaga Mine Train. Uh, You know, if you live in Georgia, North Georgia, you'll know Dahlonega. Uh, it's very good theming. For what it is at least. Um, it's not the greatest ride. You know, it's a super old mine train. First roller coaster that was at the park. And yeah, I don't want to say it's bad, but it's just not in the same tier as Daredevil Dive and Blue Hawk, so I have to put it in bad. I'll put it over Acrophobia though. Look, all I'll say is I'll much rather ride Dahlonega Mine Train than Acrophobia. Great American Scream Machine. I love this ride. It has gotten super, super, super rough over the years, especially recently. Now they did refurb it, I think, this season, and I've ridden it once since then. It is a lot better. I will say it's quite a bit better, but it's still pretty rough. It gave me a gnarly headache when I rode it 2 years ago. I had to sit out for quite some time. Just drink a lot of water. Did not do that the last time I rode it. I actually quite enjoyed it. So I'll put it in mediocre for now. I'll put it right under Blue Hawk. Solid ride. I quite like it. I'll usually when I take a trip, I'll ride it. Just feel obligated to. All right, now we have Goliath. It's I think it's the best B&M hyper. I haven't ridden all of them. I probably haven't ridden the ones that are in contention with it. But it's definitely the best one I've ridden. Yeah, that's definitely going in elite. I'll put it over Batman. Great ride, super super fun layout, intense, surprisingly intense. If you haven't ridden this, it's more intense than you think. And that helix is, I mean, my vision has gone gray every time, nearly like not being able to see. So yeah, I'll put Goliath up here. Very good, awesome airtime, intense, solid ride. It does get a little bit bumpy, a little bit of a rattle, but it's not really anything that bothers me. But yeah, moving on to Georgia Scorcher. This ride hurts my head. I get a little bit of head banging. I found when I take my glasses off, since I wear glasses, when I take them off, it's not as bad. Because I think my head, the glasses press into my head, and it's no fun. But when I take them off, it's not nearly as bad. Obviously, this is a stand-up. I haven't ridden any other stand-ups, actually. But, yeah, I've heard this is the best one, if not, one of the best ones. I'll put it high and mediocre. It could move to good. It's really intense. I'd say I gray out maybe the most out of every ride at this park. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. All right. Next we have the Joker Chaos Coaster. I've ridden this once back when it first opened up, and I haven't really wanted to since. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in bad. I don't really have much to say out of it. It's, obviously a flat ride. It's fine for what it is, I suppose, but I really have no desire to ride it ever. Yeah, moving on to Justice League Battle of Metropolis, or Battle for Metropolis. This ride sucks, but I ride it every time. Number one, because of air conditioning. Number two, I like seeing how high I can get my score. I've gotten top 1% before, and I've had a friend get top, I think it was, no, I've gotten top, 0.3%, I think, but I've had a friend get top 0.1, which is crazy, so I always try to see if I can beat that. Last time I think I got top 3%, but yeah, it's fun to do that for that, but, it's really not a good dark ride. The animation's horrible. The animatronics aren't good. The effects aren't very good. The only one I like is the fire one. But that's really it. It's it's no Spider-Man. It's no Men in Black. So yeah. Next we have Mindbender. I I'm gonna put this in good. I don't think very many people will agree with that. I just really have a soft spot for it. Um, it's a classic there. I think the layout's good. I think it's a little bit worse since they refurbished it, actually. It's not really much any smoother, and the new trains aren't as good. It's less intense now, but I think it's still a really good ride. It's not gonna give me a headache or make me feel sick. There's a little gray out on the loops, not much, but yeah. It's just a fun ride. I never not enjoy it. It's a little rough, but pretty good. Next we have Pandemonium. I've ridden this once. It scares the crap out of me. I'm not scared of any of these roller coasters. Pandemonium. Uh, it scares me. Uh, it's a flat ride, but it's pretty good. I'll put it above Blue Hawk. Just cause it scares me. Um, and it's a unique experience. It's obviously not unique. There's tons of these rides around, but it's different from anything else at the park. Uh, so I enjoy it. Yeah. Next we have Sky Screamer. I've never ridden this, and I'll tell you why. Pandemonium scares me. This will scare the absolute crap out of me. I don't know if you'll ever see me riding this or one of these rides at all. Any Sky Screamer. I just from watching it and what it is, if I wasn't scared of heights, I think this experience would give me nothing besides maybe a view. So I'm actually gonna put it in bad. I just think it brings nothing to the table except for scaring me. And if I'm like, I've known other people that have ridden these rides and they're not scared of heights really, and it does just nothing for them. And I imagine if I wasn't, it'd be the same for me. Yeah, but anyways, moving on to Superman Ultimate Flight, one of I believe three clones of this ride. This one is the original. It fits very well into its terrain. It was clearly built for the park. It's going in good. I don't think it's very intense except for that pretzel loop. You just kind of go around. It's fun. Nice little fun layout. With some terrain interaction. Pretty good roller coaster. And last, but definitely not least, is Twisted Cyclone. And let's just get out of the way. It's the best ride in the park. It has a better first drop than Goliath. It's way more forceful. You feel it in your stomach way more. It's not intense in the sense that you're gonna gray out or anything. But you get absolutely flung around and it's crazy. I went with my friends the other day to Six Flags and to this park, and first drop, sitting next to my friend, and he goes, "Whoa, I forgot it did that," because this first drop just flings you out of your seat. It's just great. I love it. It's quite a different experience from Goliath. They're very different. It's just gonna come down to what you prefer, and I prefer what the RMCs give you. This is known as like a middle of the line RMC, but it's still absolutely fantastic because let's be real, it's an RMC. They're great. But yeah, let's take a second to look at if I need to move anything. I didn't put anything in horrible. I don't know. I think Acrophobia is pretty horrible. Chaos Coaster is boring after after like a minute of being on it, and you never really have anything to do it again. I'm gonna move it around down to sounds to horrible, and I'm gonna move the Lanaga Mine Train up in bad. Just cause it's not a great roller coaster or anything, but it's good for what it is. I can't put it in the tier with these rides, but just cause it's in bad doesn't mean I think it's bad. I do think these two are bad, however, not great. But yeah, these are my official rankings for all the Six Flags Over Georgia rides. Awesome park. The they've done so much better with the upkeep of the park. It's cleaner. The rides are great. Um, the food's actually decent for a Six Flags park. It really depends on where you're getting your food at. Funnel cake's always good, but the only complaint I have about this park, the ride ops are horrible, and I thought they got better for a second, this season or last season. Last two times I've been, they've been horrible. Running one train, on Superman. I didn't get to ride Superman my last trip because the line wasn't long, but it was running so slow. They were only running one train, and it was not great. And even if they're not running one on a ride, they just take forever to get loaded, and send the trains. So yeah, that's my only complaint about this park. If you haven't been here and you have the means to, definitely go if you're an enthusiast. Uh, Batman's good because you got to try out the best Batman clone, and Goliath's a fantastic B&M hyper, and then Twisted Cyclone is a must do. Yeah, and that's gonna do it for today's video, I think. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Please, like I said, like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video. Comment any of your thoughts, your rankings. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.